Barcelona plays a friendly match in Casablanca. The Spanish newspaper Mundo Deportivo reported that FC Barcelona will play a friendly match in the Moroccan city of Casablanca on 7th August. The newspaper did not specify the opponent of the La Liga champions, but it only mentioned the date and location of the friendly match. It stated, "The match comes as part of Barcelona's preparations for the start of the new 2025-26 season, under the leadership of coach Hansi Flick." It also revealed that the Blaugrana will play 5 friendly matches in preparation for the next season, including 2 in Japan, 1 in South Korea, another in Casablanca, and the final one at home. Reasons for the absence of Barcelona and Liverpool from the Club World Cup. Despite both recently winning the Spanish and English league titles, respectively, Barcelona and Liverpool are among the most notable absentees from the tournament due to the qualification method for the Club World Cup. According to the rules for the UEFA region, the Union of European Football Associations, there are 12 qualifying spots reserved for the last 4 UEFA Champions League winners: Real Madrid, 2022, 2024, Chelsea, 2021, and Manchester City, 2023. Since Real Madrid won 2 titles during this period, an extra spot was allocated to others. These teams were determined based on UEFA's club rankings over the past 4 years, based solely on performances in the Champions League, not other continental competitions. Also, no more than 2 clubs from the same country are allowed to qualify. As a result, Bayern Munich and Dortmund, Germany, Inter Milan and Juventus, Italy, Paris Saint-Germain, France, Atletico Madrid, Spain, Porto and Benfica, Portugal, and even Salzburg, Austria, were granted places instead of Liverpool, Barcelona, Napoli, and AC Milan, despite some of the latter having higher rankings than Benfica and Salzburg. Will a Barcelona defender cause a dispute between Flick and Laporta? FC Barcelona is trying to offload some players in the current summer transfer window to help reduce the club's high-wage bill and provide financial liquidity for new signings. The Spanish newspaper Mundo Deportivo reported on Sunday that Andreas Christensen, the team's defender, is among the most prominent names the management intends to part ways with. However, German coach Hansi Flick prefers to keep him for the upcoming season. Christensen's contract, who has a history of injuries, expires in June 2026, which means this is the ideal time for the club to earn a decent fee for his sale, instead of letting him leave for free at the end of next season. Mundo Deportivo added that Hansi Flick believes the Danish international has high quality and would be a strong addition to the defense next season, even if he does not play regularly. Upon returning from injury, Christensen showed impressive form, especially when Flick played him in El Clasico against Real Madrid at the end of the season. As for the player himself, Christensen prefers to stay with the Blaugrana until the end of his contract and leave on a free transfer. The newspaper stated that the coming few days will be decisive for the Danish defender's future with Barcelona. Boost for Barcelona's treasury. According to Sport newspaper, Real Betis is close to finalizing the sale of their Moroccan player, Abde Ezelzouli, to Italian club Como for €18 million. Based on the financial details, Betis will receive €14.4 million from the deal, while €3.6 million will go to FC Barcelona. Under the resale clause, the Catalan club retained when the player moved to Betis in the summer of 2023. Unexpected comment from Simeone towards Barcelona Argentinian coach Diego Simeone, manager of Atletico Madrid, made striking remarks following his team's match against Paris Saint-Germain in the Club World Cup held in the United States of America. He refused to speak about the details or outcome of the encounter, preferring instead to highlight what he described as the absent presence in this edition of the tournament. FC Barcelona. In a lengthy statement that blended realism with admiration, Simeone said, "When we talk about modern European football, you simply cannot ignore the name Barcelona. This team today, under the guidance of coach Hansi Flick, is moving in a direction that, to me, makes them the most prominent candidate to win every available competition next season, whether domestic or continental. It's unfortunate, rather unnatural, for the world to witness a Club World Cup without a team of Barcelona's size and legacy. Simeone continued his statement with a tone reflecting deep respect for the tangible progress he sees in the Catalan club's football project, saying, "Barcelona is currently undergoing a rebirth. Flick's project is being built on a solid foundation of talent, structure, and ambition. Yes, the team is in a transitional phase, but what you see in terms of cohesion on the pitch and variety in tactical options puts this project on par with any other major European team." The Argentinian coach then shifted focus to the rising star Lamine Yamal, speaking with clear amazement. What Lamine Yamal is doing is unbelievable. We're talking about a player still in his teens, yet he displays technical flair and footballing maturity that's usually reserved for players in their late 20s. A player with this level of impact and at this age doesn't come around often. He's a rare talent, the kind that only appears once in a generation. And honestly, if he maintains this level, the Ballon d'Or could very well find its way to him before he even turns 20. Simeone added, with his trademark honesty. "As a coach, I'm not usually worried when facing teams with young players, unless that team is Barcelona, because these youngsters don't play like kids. They play like they've been forged at the highest level of competition for years. Names like Lamine, Pedri, Gavi, Fort, and even the new players now emerging. You can feel they carry the spirit and culture of the club and move with the confidence of seasoned champions." Simeone continued, offering special praise to Hansi Flick, Barcelona's new manager. Flick isn't just building a team, he's crafting a quiet revolution in Barcelona's playing style, merging the old identity with modern evolution. This combination might make Barcelona more balanced than ever before. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw them fiercely competing for La Liga, the Champions League, the Copa del Rey, the Super Cup, everything. The Argentinian coach concluded his statement with a message full of admiration and respect. Football needs a strong Barcelona. The Club World Cup in particular feels incomplete without them. A team with such a youth base and such quality is in itself a victory for the game. And I firmly believe the coming years will see Barcelona return to the top of Europe and the world, not as guests, but as true leaders. With these words, Diego Simeone showed not only the insight of a coach who sees the bigger picture, but also the spirit of a sportsman who acknowledges greatness wherever it may be, and recognizes that the future of the game in Europe could be